Alrighty, chat. Back. Back again with another Mass Effect session. Turn off this jive music. Alright, awesome. Hey, what's up? Oh, is the chat up? Awesome. Okay, so I made an X post about this, like right now, and I used ChatGPT to make the image, and the image looks super cool. I said use I'm doing a stream for charity. Do a pixel art poster of Mass Effect and pixel art, and it looked really cool. So check it out. It's on X here. I'll see if I can link it to you guys. Super fun, super exciting. All right, and let me add the no spoilers, no backseat. Tragic, welcome back as always. My resident Mass Effect Pro lore master. Lore master. Cool, cool, cool. Let me one sec here, guys. Get set up. Triple S, baby. So yeah, if you haven't, if you're new here to the channel, just in case you stumble across this VOD or Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, my name is GQ Asian Dude. I am the headmaster of the GQ Asian Dude Gaming Academy, but will be changed to now the Gamer Quotient Gaming Academy because we are doing a rebranding. So I still gotta kind of remind myself that it's changing. So, but yes, we are rebranding to Gamer Quotient as per GQ in my user tag name. So, a sec here. Sorry, why? I love how like as soon as you go live, everybody just wants to talk to you. So I guess that's how it is. But anyway, yeah. So I am a variety streamer. I stream usually from Tuesday, Thursday, sometimes on the weekends. And this month we're doing a charity stream for St. Jude Children's Hospital, where all your donation goes towards to helping out the kids and making their lives a little bit easier. So one of my more favorite charities to donate to because they're very transparent with where your money goes. And I've been doing this for about 4 years now. This is my fourth year, and I skipped actually last year. But we have a goal currently at $500 as far as a community goal. Humble brag on how popular I am. Yeah, I'm super popular. And then what do you call this? And then maybe if we hit the goal, we can share that with the community and so on. But last year, not last year, 2 years ago, we did hit the goal. We hit about like $700, so it was pretty great, and had a lot of good time. I played Jedi Fallen Order at the time because it was like Star Wars May 5th, right? May the 5th be with you. And yeah, just everybody came together and donated, so it was super cool, super fun. Yeah, we just do it for the kids. And of course, if you're curious about where the money is going, so if you donate $10, you could help provide a new toy for hospital play areas. If you donate 25, you can help cover the costs for 4 no more chemo parties. And if you donate like 350 or above, you can help provide 9 chest X-rays with 1 view. So it's all goes towards helping out the kids. So it's super good. And currently, right now, I think I was reading the current campaign goal this year is $2 million. The event itself is currently at 1.2 no 1.02 million right now. So and I think we have the rest of the month to help that out. So it's a very common charity stream actually. It's not I just came across it one day and I was like, oh, that's super cool. I'll do like for 200. And I did that and I bumped up to 5. So maybe next year, um, if the community grows, we'll do up to 750 and maybe 1 year, $1,000. So super cool, super fun. I just got to get better at messaging or marketing this stream, because last year I went super heavy. I messaged, not last year, 2 years ago. Super. Everybody was kept gathering together. It was super cool. But tonight we are playing Mass Effect, as promised earlier this year, that I haven't played this game before, so it's going to be my first time playing Mass Effect. I'm a huge fan of Dragon Age, and I just never got a chance to play Mass Effect. So it's a good opportunity to play Mass Effect, do my A to Z gaming challenge with Mass Effect, and also do a charity stream for the kids. So it's kind of hitting a lot of markers. So let's just get this show on the road and continue our Effect of the Mass as my character Space Tate, because I didn't know what I was doing when I was making the character. Space Tate. Is the audio okay? Everything sounds good, looks good, etc. It's kind of hot, so I don't know where it's at. It was subconscious, I guess. I was gonna take over space, one top G at a time. All right, so we did just finish clearing up this base that the Navy was like, nobody else can do it but you. And we ended up leveling up. So that was kind of cool. Now we go back to search for Liara. I think that was the next one that we were going for. All right. Let's do this, man. That didn't tell us where it was though, right? Look at the book, or in the journal. Watch journal. Explore the uncharted worlds of the Artemis Tau cluster to find Liara Tassoni. Could be anyone. Could even be a boat. Could even be a boat, boy. Shargilla. Sometimes you hit these like things you can scan off, like there. Titanium. Sweet. Oh, we can travel to it. Or no. Nope, just an asteroid. Alright, let's go to the farthest from the sun. Xenon. Okay, so you can't like really go to all of them. Matriarch's writing recovered. You were scanning the planet Corollan when a strange signal came from orbit. Navigator Presley determined the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your salvage team brought the beacon aboard, found one of Matriarch Dillanaga's writings. Hadavik. So this is the only planet you can land on. Shargilla has a very dense atmosphere of ammonia and oxygen. That sounds terrible. Its temperate surface is mainly composed of alumina with deposits of sulfur. Com buoys in the system have recently logged number of unregistered vessels operating nearby. Sargilla has an extensive silicon-based, oxygen-breathing ecology. Heavily populated areas are covered with fine silica, dust, and respiratory byproduct of the world's higher animal forms. This planet's great. High-speed surface winds, often laden with abrasive silica dust, present hazard. So it's just like Arizona, pretty much. Arizona. All right, so we had hey Chop, we had Ashley and Caden last time. I feel like we need some big boy Rex and a little bit of femininity with Alizora Naraya. Yeah, Big Chan, let's go. Bringing the big backs in. Oh. I remember on 2 I had this ability where I could just use speed and rush to enemy and shotgun them and it was unstoppable. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm assuming in Mass Effect 2. Got this Debris over here. Debris! You gonna play this? You bought it a year ago. Probably just have to play it after Expo 33. Hey, it's a good choice. En route. En route. Bypass succeeded. I kind of wish that triangle, or sorry, the touchpad was the map. That's like the Gears of War strategy, isn't it? Shotgun to the legs is always like the thing. Whoa, what the heck is this over here? Not Fluffy donated $50. Thanks, man. Much appreciate. Well, not Fluffy, right? Not you. Technically, not Fluffy is technically a Fluffy. Is what I'm saying. Oh, that guy's dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Here. We're here. Okay, now he's spitting him out of here. You know what? hats are not that bad, man. I'm telling you. They legit. Legit. Much appreciate. All right, let's get these let's get the squad people in here. Blue's here too. What's up, Blue? Okay. Hacking. Whoa, that's a crazy helmet. Wait, that she has her helmet on all the time. Okay, I got it. Okay, Rex, you need give him the edge. All right, so you are actually, yeah, I have Krogan armor here for you. Why is that one better? That's weird. Oh yeah, that's way better. What the heck? Yeah, you get a thing called hardening. That's right. The GQ trying to rub your perfectly round head. You know, everyone has done that at some point. It's not new to me. Polonium. Holly, let's get you a gun. Warrior. I don't think I have any armor for you. Sorry, girl. %of our campaign goal for Jude. Thanks, guys. Y'all great. Community coming together. Coming together. All right. I think we're good. Let's save before we go in, and I don't want to get shot like last time. I don't want to get blasted. Oh yeah, you're filled with people. I feel like Rex, you'd be shoddy.
Hostile contact.
Powers. What does this do? Overheats nearby enemies. Space Tate, I'm here to help. This is gun battle.
Regroup. Hold the line.
Oh, smoke. Good job, Rex. Let's get moving. Trepang 2? What's Trepang 2? That sounds familiar, actually. What is that? It's behind us. Wait. Huh? Oh, fear. Okay. Everybody hands up. Ooh, that's a Krogan. Rex, we got armor for you, bro. Yeah, there we go. Why is this one better? That makes no sense. Well, the Hawaiian one's better too. Great. How is it? How's Trepang 2? Tripping. Space Tate. Decryption skill too low. You discover evidence and Asari leading these slavers, and Nasa Dantius, an important ambassador to the Citadel, are sisters. She returned to the Presidium, confront Asana with this. I've got the details. Trepang. It's kind of an interesting, like, what kind of name is that? You know, what's the reasoning behind the name Trepang? Upgrade kit. Let's go. Cryo rounds. That blows up, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Explosions are cool. Once you're in a rhythm, you feel unstoppable. Oh, I like that. Like Hi-Fi Rush, right? Once you're in a rhythm, you feel unstoppable. Let's go! Let's go! Rush of the hi-fi. Not looting the safe, and I can't open it. My thing was too low. Did I just miss it? What's up, Andre? Well, I mean, I can't loot it if I can't open it. Like, my character's not built that way. We can't give me first. Sorry, capsule. A sea cucumber. I think that's first game's about a sea cucumber. Oh, okay. I get it. It's cool. Okay, I think that's it for this area. Famed for her knowledge programs. Are we not done yet? Guess we gotta keep looking. What? He's in Tekken 8? Really? Oh, but Leap, for real, did I miss a story thing in the Stronghold? Ugh. Well, they kind of needed a Muay Thai character, so I don't blame them, honestly. Because the journal says still go to Artemis Tau. Aren't we in Artemis Tau? Okay. I guess that right? Right. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, but the it's not like, what do you call that? X'd out. Yeah, see? I wonder if the guys will be back. We'll see. Space pirates. Maybe it was just like a side quest thing that I found. Okay, so they are gone. Yeah, but there's nothing else here, right? Yeah, see, there's nothing else here. Oh, look. Space tape. Encryption skill too low. Like, here's the weird part. Isn't that high enough? All right, I'm maxed out, baby. I should be able to open this. Yeah, let's go. Hacks. Dude, that was a big old save. Yeah, a lot of money in there. A lot of money in there, bro. Ooh. Okay. Got everything. Got the evidence. Got all that stuff. Man, did they fix the stiff animations in 2? Well, he's pretty stiff. Oh god, just get the shit out of me. The fuck? Where'd you come from, Tally? Tally Zor-El. Tally! Next area. These are like empty planets. Next. Salam. Secrets. Secrets scanning. Nope. Turian insignia recovered. Nausicaa. Found it. And uninhabitable. Name 3. That's here. This kind of gives me Helldivers vibes. Proteus. or ocean, hot, humid, storm rack, Proteus recombination. You know, as much as like, you know, we want to like discover like these, like kind of explore those planets, it's just like what is that, Starfield and No Man's Sky. Like once you get there, like what's in there, you know? Scan that gas. You scan that gas. Krypton and Xenon. Krypton's a real elephant. Oh, oh, oh. Carbonaceous. Zachros. Platinum, yeah. Platinum hits. Here. Can land there. Istos. Carbon dioxide, xenon. Okay. Nosos. Cool. Also, 2007. Like I gotta keep reminding myself this game's from 2007. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, boys. We're going in. Yeah, that's right.
Commander, I'm picking up some strange readings. Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Look, my tires are dirty. It's cool. So he likes shotguns and assault rifles. He likes assault rifles. Assault rifles. Yo, am I just like upgrading these super quick or something? Like, how come there's so many? Like, guns. Pistols, though. Oh, this is way better. Let's go. Ninja. That's good. Polonium. Cryorams. Equalizer. Okay. Yeah, you can't wear heavy. Sad day. And why is this? I understand why is this Edict's armor better, or it's not as good. Okay, now. Oh boy, what is this like zone? What the heck? We're safe. Is that a trust this area? No trust. Have you guys ever owned an RC car when you guys were kids? I was too poor for one. And by the time I like wanted one, I was like, man, like that. Whoa, okay. Just dropping off stuff. Yeah, dong ship. Yeah, I think my parents were just like, here's more video games. Stay inside. Don't get shot. You know?
Only a fool punches a knapsack in the mouth. We should sneak around and pull its tail.
Hey Rex, we'll do it your way, bro. I was like, bro, I'm really stuck on that piece of rock. They're strict on what you can play? Yeah. Mine were like strict on movies. Or movies I can watch. Bro, what is going on here? What is this? Tatsumaki! In the building, is that what it is?
Powering up.
Well, guys, come on. You're better than that. Dude, what did it? Rex, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing, bro? What am I supposed to kill here? What is that red one? I'm doing what he does best. He was just hanging back, chilling. He wrecks shit. I like it. So how long is this done? Got him. Oh. So you got me saying get dom ships also. Just keep turning around. Oh, it's a Death Colossus. Beep, 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 boop. What are y'all doing here, huh? Scavenging? You're still great to explore. Area kind of reminds me of like the dungeons and the Dragon Age. The long road, is that what they call it in Dragon Age? The long roads? Uh-oh. Yeah. One-third is my endurance ride. I come here before I get another third in. Yeah, okay. Oh, is this where I get her?
Over there!
Like Call of Duty. play Call. Whoa, what the fuck? How am I stuck up?
You're good to go.
I mean, big open area, you gotta get a sniper. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Perimeter clear.
Huddle up!
Huddle up.
Dude, imagine if Mass Effect had the same gunplay as Destiny. Ooh, that'd be so good. It's an alien! Bro, shoot it. Yo, dude. It's a Gundam!
Slow down. Now I'm ready.
Unity.
Shutting them down.
Unity!
Catching you up.
Bro!
To me.
Come on, where are you hiding? So funny.
We got them all, Shepard.
Nothing but rocks, dirt,
Reminds me of home.
reminds me of home.
God dang it. You don't reload. I forget.
Perimeter secured.
Do any of you guys in chat Have the oh,
Here it comes. To me.
Prothean ruin.
Aside from the Citadel, I mean.
Is there anything over here? Oh yeah, she would have 100% shot first. Space tape and the bros. Save. About to get about to heat up. Frank's unavailable. Going in. Rose. Shit.
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Liara Tassoni, I presume.
Thank the goddess. I did not think anyone would come looking for me. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
How'd you end up in there?
I was exploring the ruins when the Geth showed up, so I hid in here. Can you believe that?
The veil.
Geth, beyond the veil. I activated the tower's defenses. I knew the barrier curtains would keep them out. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
Ultimate blue balls.
Any suggestions on how we can help?
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Krogan, you say? Kroger. happens. Bro. Bro. Get out of the way, guys. Get out of the way. Fluffy's got jokes. Wait. I don't understand this part of this. We're in. Yeah, that was the elevator? It's crazy. No, it's crazy.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
What button? That's a button? Oof.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. Obviously, he wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
We're back.
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
Got jokes. Oh.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Not an option. Saren wants her, and he always gets what he wants. Kill him. Spare the Asari if you can. If not, doesn't matter.
Assassinate, you fools. So it's clean? What is that, 60? Like, I'm what was I saying? Like, I'm totally down if they went back to, like, the PS3, PS2 library, or 360 library, and they started making those older games as collections and cleaning them up, you know? Like, I still think they would still make money off that.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been
tech.
swimming in molten
They
sulfur.
have their power.
The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
It's a coping mechanism. You'll get used to it.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing
Is that
with your
right?
species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
Look at
How old
Look
are
at
you
Tate's
exactly?
I
Space
hate
Tate's
to admit
tiny
it, but
arms.
I am only 106.
This kid Arms Day.
I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
Lord Dump.
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Shut up and I'll tell you.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all.
Yeah, because
A
I'm
lesser
top G,
mind would have
that's
been
why.
utterly destroyed by the process.
Top G.
You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Hey, calm down,
Of
racist.
course, you are
Relax.
right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Yeah,
Thank you,
it's the
Commander.
mic.
I am very grateful. Oh,
It's thinking it's my voice.
I'm afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
It's also
When was
face
the last
like.
time you ate? Or slept? Dr.
I should
Chakra
change
should
this
take a look
to-
at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could
There
not
you go.
hurt to be
That should
examined
help
by
a
a
little
medical
bit.
professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
Also, let me check the noise cancellation. Oh yeah, it's on. So on, bro. Cannot hurt to be examined by a medical professor. Give me a chance to think things over. Make sure
Go see the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
Click. Oh, I can't hear you right now.
We almost died in there. The Geth were everywhere.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Yeah. Top G, don't let the council push him around, is what I'm saying.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun, fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean... you mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically
get an
hollow.
exosuit,
Too much
bro.
force
It's the
and they'll
future.
shatter.
What are you talking
Even with
about?
crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack. It's very dramatic. But I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot.
Guys,
by the end of the
life
year,
lessons
I was the
by
best
Joker.
pilot in the academy. Even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying... Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school.
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable.
Oh,
Let's talk about
dude, I'd
something
love
else.
to watch that.
Whatever you want, Commander.
I have to go.
All right, see you.
Let's go chit chat with the squad.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always
Can
seemed
you
boring.
romance the doctor? The
Too
doctor's
safe,
sick.
Too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him
Top
before
G
this
gets
mission.
whatever.
But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
How did you end up serving?
But humanity needs the Alliance if we want
Never think you
got that.
But there's something special about
Goodbye,
working.
Commander.
Goodbye, Commander.
Caden! What's up, bro?
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
Oops.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Ah!
Anything you need, Commander?
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander? Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Our worst results on accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with. Holy shit.
Seems like you beat the odds. How many didn't make it?
Out of 100, maybe 60 have no effect. 30 suffer adverse effects, little things like brain cancer. The other 10 show enough ability to augment with implants. Not always permanent, though. Not like the cancer. Next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero. And how's a kid supposed to deal with that? A station at the edge of human space.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination.
Chat, for anybody that's played this game, who are your like 2 favorite characters? And out of the 2 favorite, who's your favorite?
It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
Then you must have had plenty of time to get to know each other.
Yeah, we'd sit around and bull every night after dinner and play cards or network games. There was this girl named Rana who had a little circle grow up around her. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich, but she was smart.
Beautiful.
And charming as hell. Beautiful, but not stuck up about it. I think you'd have liked her.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same, but things never felt together. Training, you know.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
I can see why everybody likes Garrus.
Doesn't mean they didn't happen.
But is Garrus like too poster boy? Like, is he too perfect? Is that why? There's no flaws?
No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
It's a big galaxy, Lieutenant. Who knows what will come in handy?
If you say so, sir. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Alright. Alright, Caden. Alright, I see you. I see you, Caden. Caden. I love how everybody else is just downstairs. He's a bro too, essentially. Yeah. I think Caden's a bro.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet.
Pally and Garrus. Fair, fair. Let's sell some of this old stuff. Anything at 3 should sell. Junk. Got a lot of 3 here. So much stuff, guys. So much. Stays consistent in quality. Maybe now I could buy some stuff. Okay. Still can't afford that. Holy sheesh. Pistol. Are these good? Spectre. I feel like if I buy this, I don't need any other gun. Silverback. All right, chat, should we get the armor? The human armor or the pistol? And I can't afford the sniper rifle. You can afford one of these. Is there the better armor than the Phoenix 7? Hit me with power, HMWP. What are your thoughts? Thoughts and prayers. I'll let you guys boot up. $10? Wow. But what about armor though? Armor. You'll find more as you level. Okay, so don't buy anything, is what you're saying. Got it.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
So what was it?
Both, actually. But it took us a while to figure that out.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver.
Do I have a copy of Mass Effect 1?
I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. There was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
I think these are all my 360 games. Okay, yeah, I'll go check it out. How much a copy of Mass Effect 1 is? Wait, sorry?
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Yeah? Go on.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out.
I like his
I ordered a
Saiyan
full
scouter.
exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their
Yo,
organs right inside their own body.
that's
Then he harvested
disgusting.
them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried
Yeah,
about the
but now he gets to
hostages,
kill more
worried about
people.
civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. It just
Okay, so
used
he's
to
not
make more
such a
organs.
Boy Scout.
They wouldn't listen.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they'd died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
Bet you we come across him in
I
this game.
sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that, but Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion,
That's right, buddy. I got you. Don't worry.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking
Rex has seen some shit.
looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad
Yeah, his
feeling
scars show
about
for
him.
it. Yeah, usually like
So I got
the
hell
badass always has the scars for it. Because think of like Alron, right, in Final Fantasy X, the samurai. I think he was all like scarred up too, or he was like gruff looking.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying? What was Saren after?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. There were some basic weapons, but nothing big.
Scars
If there was anything of value
is the
on that
medals
ship,
of the brave.
I didn't see it. That's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel.
Top G got a
Big
scar
one,
over his eye, right?
Lots of guards, but they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not. We're too spread out. None of us are.
Lots of species have left
But
their...
we're not. So we leave. Hire ourselves out.
So long, Rex.
Show. Alright, time to talk to racist.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Your sister, I assume?
Until I get home and kill her. That's Sarah, the youngest. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Oh,
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap
What can I say? Chase Dig. Space annotate. Space
he worked
tape.
his ass off trying to get recognized. But he never
Y'all
made
remember
it
that
for
game,
service in
Space
third class.
Ace?
He was real
Right?
proud when I made chief.
Now there's new Space
First thing
Tape.
he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology.
Always
She and Dad
top
both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career
Yeah,
to
Space
raise
Ace
us.
was like the space version of Dragon's Lair.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
No, I think it was
Yeah,
Sierra.
I'm
Let's
the
look it up.
oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Yeah. That game, I would say that game should come back, but I don't think it will come back. The Super Nintendo one was different. It's on Steam. Than the actual original arcade game, right? There was also like the laser disc.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah.
Sierra.
I'm
So the
oldest,
Super Nintendo
then
one was made by
Abby, then Lynn.
Absolute.
Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school.
Tragic's in the chat, so I don't know if he
With 4 girls,
knows
Dad
at the
used to
top of
say
his
he
head.
felt more outnumbered at
He's our
home than
guy.
on maneuvers.
But here, Space Ace was by Advanced Microcomputer Systems, published by Cinematronics Digital Leisure. It was on a lot of stuff that was weird. It was on arcade, Amiga, Apple II, 3DO, Jaguar, CDI, right? Anything that was disc-based. Advanced Microcomputer Systems. Yeah, they did Zizix, Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, Thayer's Quest. Was first released in the Halicon. And yeah, that was it. They released 4 games, and I think they pretty much closed. But the Halicon was like the thing they were trying to make the game for, but the Halicon of course didn't.
Where did you grow up?
All over.
But the Sierra,
We transferred a half a dozen
Advanced
times before I
Microsystems
finished grade
logo,
school.
or
You go
the
where personnel command sends you, right?
what logo is
I
that?
guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters.
The
We have
Absolute
to
logo?
leave all our
It kind
friends
of looks
every
like
2 or 3 years.
a Sierra and Sierra Entertainment logo also. I love the bad guy looks like a male Ursula, which is kind of interesting.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobyl. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active... They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
The male pursues the female. That's their nature.
That's brother.
They're gonna keep their genes on around my
That's
sisters.
What? Like 1,500 calories? That's a whole meal. That's a whole day's of calories burned away.
Walk in the woods,
or is that walking for a mile?
She levered.
I can't remember. There's a formula. I think walking a mile burns 100 calories.
Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony.
Nice.
I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
Yeah, 1,200 is good.
You said all of your sisters learn self-defense.
Especially most people eat 1,800 calories in a day.
But didn't like it. She's kind of nervous.
I think
Sarah
active guys eat about 21,
Abby
22.
decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
You said all of your sisters learn self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Did anything happen while you were home?
My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy.
Seagal.
I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just
Oh man, you know, we were just talking about how China acquired the StarCraft IP, right? Could you imagine if they made something like this with StarCraft? Oh, that would be so cool. Dude, that would be so sick. And like, you don't even have to have the main characters be in the game, but like be in the game. You know, like not playable, but like you interact with them. That'd be so sick. Oh my god. Yeah, they both got money. Next song got money.
She cracked him in the face. Good.
When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics.
Well, it's kind of like, think about it this way, like, you played Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Remember there's a Telltale version of that.
But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying.
Just do something with the IP, you know, but don't make it a mobile game.
Bunch, Commander.
Oh my god.
We do things when we're ready, not before, not after.
Williams winner, decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready, not before, not after.
Where was your father during this? Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always
telling me a poem, Ashley? You trying to riz me up?
Much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around. Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
I thought you said he was dead.
You know, from heaven, wherever that is. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Are you a fanatic?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter. Only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe
She's got
in
those
higher
bedroom
power.
eyes.
Jeez.
Bedroom racist eyes.
Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on the last
Not
thing?
sure I'd buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I'm not sure I believe it either. It's better to have her where we can see her.
That makes sense. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
What's your opinion on
Not
the
sure
last
I'd buy Dr.
So
Tassoni's
family's
story
tight.
about her and her mom not talking.
Not everyone's as close to their family as you are.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny, I never really thought about that before. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands
We'll
of
talk later.
Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Okay. Where is Liara? Probably in the engine room. Or not.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Theron's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
What are you hoping to find?
Usually, people bring back something like a derelict ship we can use for salvage.
A derelict
But I need
boat?
something bigger. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
A lot of pressure.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
I guess I'm just tired of people judging me because of who my father is.
You think I just know
Everyone's
your
waiting
dad?
for
Like,
me to do something great on my
name drop?
pilgrimage.
Like, I don't know who that
Something
is.
that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll
that's what
return
we're
to our
doing.
homeworld
We're driving
and
out the
drive
Geth.
out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil.
And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent
Tell me
figure.
about your dad.
People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now I'm old enough to appreciate
She's like a
what he taught me.
princess. Princess
The
Jasmine.
world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with, and he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant, like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
Okay.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
I want to talk about something.
Like what?
I think that's it.
I want to know more
I
about
doubt that. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to... Over time, we made small modifications.
How come?
But one thing we underestimated was that many of the Geth's logic systems were designed... But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate. As you can imagine, this caused a near panic. A general order.
You're the ones who started the war.
We had no other... We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil.
Yeah.
See you later.
Call me by your parents. Liara. Where Liara at? Surprised she's not in here. She was like hanging out with the doctor. Oh, yeah, never mind. Here. Damn, she's tall.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship.
So am I.
I have
You
seen
hear
the
that,
way
chat?
your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Promises are easy to make, but hard to keep.
I do not begrudge you your suspicions. I just hope in time you will come to trust me.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander.
She's a
I
nerd.
spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so
Human,
dense?
she doesn't
You must
understand
think I am
human
a
jokes.
Complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
Benezia was swept up in events beyond her control and lost herself. She fell under the spell of indoctrination and became part of the very thing she wanted to stop. But I will remember and honor how she lived, not how she died. My mother was strong, kind, and beautiful, and now she is gone.
Are you going to be okay?
You are kind to ask, Shepard. I do miss her, and I grieve for what happened to her. But I will not let my grief interfere with what we are trying to accomplish.
Would it be different? Let me ask you this, chat. Would it be different if I brought her to Noveria? I'm assuming the interaction would be completely different then, right? She would have to like fight for a moment. I'm assuming that that's what would happen. I think that's cool.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Fake news.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Funny.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds.
Segs?
We explore the genetic
Mental
memory of their
segs.
species. We share the
You
most
remember,
basic elements
Puffy,
of
do
their
you
individual
remember
and racial identities.
Demolition Man? And that's how they used to, that's how they had
segs
segs.
onto our daughters.
He had
It
to
is
wear
how
this
we learn
helmet.
to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Transcending time.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Ooh.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Alright. If I said, if someone told me, yeah, I don't know who my dad's name is because my mom thought it would be embarrassing to have sex with that person because I would be called a pureblood. So let's just say interracial, right? How would I reply? I'd be like, that's fucked up, right? That's what I would say. That's messed up.
How could anyone abandon their own child?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia is?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father...
I thought you always needed another
Think
species.
about it, Shepard. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
I should go.
Goodbye,
Shepard. All right. Let's do a little stop at the Citadel to talk to Nasari. Good other data that we found. Let's see what the heck they're gonna say. Okay, journal. It was this one, right? It was... No, it was like... Was it this one? You killed an Asari mercenary named Dahlia Dantius. Sana will want to hear the news that her sister is dead. Yeah. Inform Nasana. Okay, Embassy Lounge. That's what we want to do.
Good timing, Commander. We got a transmission coming in from the Citadel. Top priority clearance.
Is it the ambassador?
It's not his signature. I think it's from the Council. I'll patch it through to the comm room.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
What kind of information?
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
You mean spies?
Spectres tend to attract attention, Commander, but they are only one arm of the Council. Special task groups are often a better option for monitoring developing situations.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
I don't like being kept in the dark.
We can't have you racing around the galaxy chasing false leads, Commander. We only contacted you because we feel this may be significant.
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
All these distractions. The Citadel. Cool. That's clean. Look at that. Combat strength. Yeah, let's let her hang out with the alien, the racist girl.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the...
Bro. Oh, she's very like bio or tech, whatever this. Here were the good stuff. Here were the good stuff. Wait, why is she?
The deck.
And give her an upgrade.
Tin Hut!
At ease. Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
Commander Shepard, SSV Normandy.
You don't know who I am, do you, Commander? I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. And the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship, and you.
Captain Anderson made it clear to me that my assignment came from way up in the brass. They say jump, I say how high.
Remember that when I tell you to jump. I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
This ship saved our lives a dozen times over.
An exaggeration. I've read your reports. This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
I'm sure you'll find everything in order, Admiral.
I'll just bet.
This guy's a freaking treat, bro.
Commander, I'm not happy.
What did you find out of order?
Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
There are no amateurs on this crew. They know to keep idle chatter minimized during combat, and I can bellow with the best DIs.
A fair point. I suppose the design has no chance of becoming standard. No need to worry about a generation of recruits learning things bass-ackwards. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
Men of limited vision said the same thing about early aircraft, submarines, and tanks.
There's two ways I could take that, Commander, but that is true. I suppose the early U-boats weren't much better. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment?
The simple fact is, I'm also part of the Council's chain of command now. They expect a joint effort. I'm providing one.
The Council expects a whole hell of a lot from the Alliance, Commander. They better start giving back real damn soon. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
I want that.
None, sir.
Very well. Your opinions have some merit, Commander. I'll take them into consideration when I write my report to the Joint Military Command. Not that I expect them to do anything about it. Too many interest groups have too much money invested in this. Commander Shepard.
Did you know Citadel Security is the largest multi-species law enforcement agency in Council space?
Presidium technicians are struggling to understand why a computer system catastrophically overloaded recently. Technicians are reportedly unsure of what caused the malfunction, or even what the system was originally designed to do. CSEC is investigating the possible vandalism or misuse of public property.
Talk shit about my ship, bro.
Commander Shepard?
Here we go. What do you want, reporter?
Khalees had been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
What sort of questions?
People back home have heard a lot of wild stories about you, Commander. I can give you the chance to set the record straight. What do you say?
Stuff. I can wait. Some topics.
I don't have time to justify myself to your viewers. I have a galaxy to save. Excuse me.
Hey,
your
propaganda.
choice, Shepard.
Propaganda.
So, Liara, you've spent 50 years studying Prothean ruins and artifacts.
Our travels now are somewhat different from my normal excavations. I would prefer lengthier studies and fewer explosions.
I think you've spoken for scientists everywhere, Liara.
Is there something else I can help
you? Oh my God.
Is there something else I can help you with, Commander?
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day. Is there something else I can help you with, Commander?
What is this place?
If you have more questions, please access Avina.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual garden.
I should be going.
Have a pleasant day.
To the left. Okay.
I know you. You're Commander Shepard, the human Spectre. Is there something I can do for you?
You're Nasana, right? I ran into your sister, Dahlia. It didn't end well for her.
What? Are you saying she's...
She's dead.
Dahlia's dead, Nasana, and I know she was blackmailing you.
And I was all set to try to manipulate you into hunting her down for me. But I guess that won't be necessary now, will it?
You wanted your sister dead?
If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
I'm a Spectre, not some merc for hire. I can find credits anywhere.
I'm the only one. True. But I'm the only one who can authorize you to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you. I gave you what you wanted, Shepard. We have nothing more to do.
This place seems strange. There's no more humans around.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, look. Hello, Keeper. Scan you, bro. But, damn, they gave a lot of money. Executor pollen. Alright, do we have other businesses here? Good. Speak for the... Citadel Tower. Yeah, that's so much faster. Dang. Dang!
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants. Commander Shepard, isn't it? My name is Admiral Kahoku. Is there something I can do for you?
You send a recon team out into the Artemis Tau cluster?
Yes, that's right. They went missing a few days ago. I've been trying to find out what happened to them, but I keep getting the runaround from Alliance brass. Do you know something about this, Commander?
I found them. What was left of them. They ran into a thresher maw.
A thresher maw? That's not... My men wouldn't just stumble into a thresher nest. Not the entire unit.
Somebody lured them there with an Alliance distress beacon. Placed it perfectly so they'd land right beside the thresher nest.
Damn it. I had a bad feeling about this ever since my team disappeared. An Alliance beacon used as bait, my unit wiped out, and nobody seems to know anything about it. Commander, I appreciate what you did. Now I need to do my part. The families of those Marines deserve to know why they died.
I hope you find what you're after, Admiral.
I will, Shepard. I'll let you know when I find anything out.
You're welcome. Welcome. Play Scans guy? Yeah, I did. Alright, what else we got? Okay. Wow, Garrus already has a personal mission? That's crazy.
Commander Shepard, could I have another word with you? Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
What do you want me to do?
I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could.
Well, she's a spy.
If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked. How is this news?
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous. Traffic at the Citadel has increased by 300% in the last century, but traffic controller resources haven't kept up. We already have several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about. I just need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The Council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
This bug you want me to plant, could it interfere with traffic signals?
Absolutely not. I made certain that the frequencies it uses won't interfere with anything.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just place it on a terminal with a good view of the area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
These reporters, though. So shady. So shady. What, Ashley? What are you hawing about? This building looks expensive. Yeah. Go scan. Oh, come on. There's no way out of there. Trash. Light space tape jog. CSEC, that's right. Okay, I feel like it would be here, right? Yes, there it is. Shepard, what are you doing? Don't touch that. I think I did. Do that camera shake? Rough. Unnecessary, but I get it. They're trying to make it realistic. Okay, let's go do Garrus's thing and call it a day.
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
Now that you gave the... Okay, so let me kind of like hop in this shit.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Hayden is an altered...
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
That has a flaw, from what I understand in his story. Right? Garrus is a good guy, cop guy that's kind of like trying to do more, but like his position doesn't let him do like, you know, his job properly. So he's like, all right, I'll do it my own. Rex is a mercenary that can't multiply. His people are oppressed. He genetically can't have kids and expand, so that's pretty rough. Holly has this very cultural alien pilgrimage thing she has to do, and she's like of royalty. And Liara is scientist girl. Right? Short. I don't really know too much about her just yet, but I think the one that's interesting that could possibly change later on would probably be Ashley. Well, she becomes less racist or more racist, depending. Like that would really create some really strong, important decisions. Rex is kind of like a mystery right now. Like, I feel like I don't know enough about him yet. So, But as far as character wise, like I like Rex. I think I like Rex. For his like character design and like his voice, the way he carries himself. As another partner though, the humans are typically like, they're pretty boring. That's why I kind of like Ashley's a little bit more interesting than Caden, because Ashley has a huge flaw clearly. Caden's just like, I'm an improper, like, and I could be like reading this wrong, but I'm an improper, like, genetically modified human being. Kind of like Joker, I guess. Him and Joker share similar themes, I guess.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, Miss Al-Jalani's story on you just aired. I don't blame you for blowing her off. She should have made a request through channels. I have PR people doing spin control, a little mimetic engineering, and people will forget about this in a week. Just wanted to let you know what the response was back home. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
What story? She doesn't know anything about me. Where are we? Herschel system into Kepler Verge. Herschel system, Kepler Verge. Herschel system. Kepler Verge. I feel like they should be like launching music.
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Shepard, this is Admiral Kahoku. I found out who set that trap for my men. The ones killed by the Thresher War. Damn, I hope you get this message. It was a group called Cerberus. An Alliance Black Ops organization. Top secret, highest level security clearance. They vanished a few months ago.
Isn't that where I'm with?
Nobody knew where they went or what they were up to. They've gone completely rogue, Shepard. They're conducting illegal genetic experiments, trying to create some kind of super soldier. I don't have any proof, but I found the coordinates for one of their research worlds. I'm uploading them with this message. They're completely out of control. Somebody needs to stop them. I've done my part. Now it's up to you. This is probably the last you'll hear from me. Cerberus is after me now. I need to disappear before they find me.
They're gonna find you, bro. Clopaca. Cololapaca. Tall. Has 100 booms. Trees. All right, let's go get you some justice, Garrus. Who would be a good compliment to Garrus? Let's make it interesting. Should we put the racist in there? Well, they're genetically modifying humans, or modifying humans. I feel like Hayden would be like, I can empathize, you know? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I want a cool pistol. Dang, that thing heats up like crazy. Can't wear heavy though. Okay. Let's do it, boys. Save these people. Ambushed. Yeah, what did he? Holy shit.
Thank you. Thank you for saving me from those things.
Commander, that's him. That's Dr. Saleon.
What? My name is Hart. Dr. Hart. Please, get me out of here.
Are you sure it's him?
Positive. There's no escape this time, Doctor. I'd harvest your organs first, but we don't have the time.
You're crazy. He's crazy! Please, don't let him do this to me.
Put him out of his misery so we can get going.
Get him, Garrus.
Gladly. Your days of butchering are over, Doctor.
No! Please! Please!
That was satisfying.
Good. Remember that feeling. That's how it should be.
I will, Commander. Well, I guess we're done here.
Saleon's medical equipment is stained with the blood of many species. Pale blue, violet, orange, and more than a few dark red. But his work has ended here. Time to head back to Normandy. Teabag him. Hey, by the way, this is apparently this is a harassment now. Did you guys know that? Crazy, right? Crazy how things change over time. The goodies. Okay. Oops. I'd rather have it shoot heavy than like multiple times, you know? Oh, satisfying. All right. That felt good. Felt good to help Garrus out, our boy. Shoot me. I'm like, whatever, dude. You're dead. People in their videos popping up. All right. All right, chat. We did it again. Another good session. Thank you to Fluffy, or not Fluffy. I apologize. I don't want to give somebody the wrong credit, but technically not Fluffy. Not Fluffy is still Fluffy. Hopefully that was the guy, right? Well, if it wasn't, then it's all good. But yes, thank you for donating, and I appreciate it. The kids appreciate it. If it's your first time here, like I said, let me go ahead and do the introductions again. I am Jude of Gamer Quotient, and we are doing a charity stream this month at for St. Jude's Children's Charity for Cancer Research. We're doing this for the whole month. It's a program called St. Jude's Play Live, where streamers all across the country join the campaign to help raise money for St. Jude's. Whatever that makes the kids' lives a little bit easier. Like I said, and I said it before, I really appreciate St. Jude's for the opportunity, and one of the more transparent charities out there that tell you exactly what they're going to do with your donation. And any donation helps. But for example, if you donate $10, you can help provide a new toy for hospital play areas. If you donate $50, you can help provide art supplies for patient art parties. And if you're very generous, if you donate $800, you could provide a St. Jude patient 5 hours of physical therapy. See that? It goes, and there's a lot more in between there, a lot more nuances. And right now, the highest that I've seen here on this program is for $7,500. You can help recover the daily room rate for 2 days in the ICU. So Medicare is expensive for the kids and for everyone. So your donation helps. Of course, it is optional. I appreciate the support. If you are just watching on the channel, we are here Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays we have the Gaming Academy podcast. I gotta learn how to say Gamer Quotient now. With Tragically Elite, also with Blazing Ace Nelson, and we are there to talk about our favorite things, the things that we love, video games from all across time, country, and the world. So hopefully join us for that at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on this channel, also on YouTube, and also Facebook Gaming. We are there as well. So also shout out to Tragically Elite for keeping everybody entertained in the chat, and also dropping your knowledge as always. So till next time, guys, I might come back tomorrow for another stream. If not, we'll start all over again Monday, and then also we'll see you Tuesday for the Gaming Academy podcast. So looking forward to it, and have yourselves a great Saturday night, and take care of yourselves. All right, see you next time.